Hey guys, welcome back and happy almost Halloween. It's almost here, best time of the year. I know this is your favorite holiday of all. All right, favorite is it your favorite day of the entire calendar year?
One of them. I don't know if it's my absolute favorite, but definitely one of them. I was outside all day setting up my Halloween decorations. Got it all ready to go for tomorrow. Can't wait. Can't wait.
There you go. Can't wait. So you got some new decorations. Chucky has made a visit here. The foretelling of John Gruden being hired in the NFL sometime soon.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't think we're going to see John Gruden in the NFL ever again.
Right. He's entertaining to watch. I'll tell you. He's a good football mind. So yeah, it's almost week 9 time as well, because just so happens that the first game of the week on Thursday tomorrow will fall on Halloween. I know you guys maybe do some handing out of candy or going trick or treating with your kids, whatever you're doing tomorrow night. You're probably going to be having the game on somehow, some way. But before that goes down, you're going to want to make sure you got the right lineups, the right waiver wire pickups, and make some trades. This is actually the best time, I think, to make some trades mid-season. You know what you got, you know what you need. And look, a lot of teams' league trade deadlines aren't too far out, honestly. So you probably need to just get busy there if you need to make moves. So we're going to help you with that, as we always do. Trade advice, waiver wires, whatnot, and answer your questions on here, as we always do. It's been already a busy week in the NFL. More trades. Deontay Johnson. We broke that down a lot yesterday with the Ravens landing him. I wonder now, is there another team, not that there's that much left, but is there another team that might potentially try to make a move for some receiver? I mean, Texans aren't going to have Stephon Diggs, as we talked about yesterday as well. You know, Chris Godwin coming back to the Tampa Bay Bucks, and I know Mike Evans will, but still, it's a big hole to fill, and they might need somebody. Do you think the Chiefs maybe even say, like, hey, we need more help still? Because I've seen they could get a cheap player like a Josh Palmer or a Darius Slayton, somebody that could fill in. Do you think any other team really makes a move like that, or you think most of the dealing for offense is done?
Yeah, I mean, I think we could see like maybe some, I guess, lesser name wide receivers, like maybe a Mike Williams get traded, somebody like that. But I think the major players, the major impact ones have probably been moved now. And I know like Chuba, there's some rumors about teams inquiring about Chuba, but I mean, other than the Cowboys, like what team out there is like, wow, we're a Chuba Hubbard away, right? We're a Chuba Hubbard away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because we haven't had, we haven't really had any big running back injuries other than Isaiah Pacheco, and Kareem Hunt is filled in fine, and Pacheco could potentially be back sometime here in November. So it's just, weird year where it's like, no team needs a running back because they all have them.
Yeah, and that's why the big deals we've seen made are from wide receivers, and not just because these receivers wanted out, but teams need receivers. Obviously, the Chiefs with Rashee Rice being gone and Hollywood Brown. Yeah, it's been crazy. We'll see. I mean, I would like, just for the sake of interest, to see some more trades go down. That'll impact fantasy, but I'm not holding my breath. Anything too impactful. We'll see what happens. So in Carolina, looks like they're going with Bryce Young again. I'm curious, do you think this is because Andy Dalton's still recovering from that vicious sprained finger? Is it because they're like, okay, we might as well see what Bryce Young can do? Or is this kind of a, unintentional or intentional way of basically tanking? I mean, what do you think the thought process, if any, is there in Carolina these days?
I think the thought process is you can't. It's similar to what's going on in Indy, except we're a little farther ahead than Indy is right now. If the Panthers go back to Andy Dalton, they're just basically saying Bryce Young is not it. He's not our guy. We're done. right? Because you can't do this. You can't be like, okay, you're like, okay, last year, okay, fine. Gave him the year. He was terrible. Okay, say year 2, you say, okay, we're going to give you, you're going to be our guy going into year 2. What, 2 games in, you bench him, right? Or 3 games in, you bench him. Okay, then you put him back in there. You can't then bench him again. Because you know what I mean? Because you can't just keep doing this with this guy. Like, you're in, no, you're bench. No, you're in, no, you're bench. No, you're gonna ruin him. Like, you're gonna absolutely ruin him. So I think they're pretty much stuck with playing Bryce Young the rest of the season outside of injury, because what's the point of even playing Andy Dalton at this point? Like, you're not. At least the Colts can lie to themselves and say we're a contender. The Panthers can't do that. The Panthers are not contenders. Like, they're absolutely not contenders. So, look, if Andy Dalton had never gotten hurt, maybe we would not have seen Bryce Young this year. But now that we've seen Bryce Young, I think that they have to just play Bryce Young, because if you don't, if they bench him again, it's like they just are saying, come make us trade offers, because he's never going to be our QB.
That's probably a fair point, is if he's going to get traded, which it doesn't sound like he's getting traded before the deadline this year. If you can do something with him, yeah, you want to try to boost, if not his confidence, his trade value. But I agree. Look, if you were going to pretend at some point early in the season that maybe you could be a winning team or at least competitive, and Andy Dalton was going to give you a chance to win, okay, fine. And Andy Dalton did the very first game at least. But at this point, like, why? Why would you start Andy Dalton and not see what Bryce Young can do? I mean, you've got to at least try to develop him, So I agree with all that. And we did talk quite a bit about Anthony Richardson yesterday, but now, hearing some of the fallout and a lot of people questioning, rightfully so, are you pulling the plug a little too soon on AR? He's played, 10 games in the NFL that he started. And I will say, at least it's different because the Colts are competitive. I don't know. I hate using the word contender because that implies like Super Bowl contender, like championship contender. That's what I think of when I hear the word contender. I don't think they're that with either quarterback. I think they're a playoff possible team, but at least they're not the Carolina Panthers. So I understand the pressure to win. Joe Flacco gives you the best chance to win. I agree with that. But is it worth it in the long term is the question. So do you think that Anthony Richardson is being done wrong here? And you think this is going to screw up his potential development?
I do. I mean, I talked about this yesterday. I do think so, because I feel like this is a very short-sighted move by the Colts, right? This is a very, like, let's get to the playoffs this year type of move, which is like, okay, sure, like there's TV revenue and all that, and maybe that's important to Jim Irsay, but isn't he like a bazillionaire? Like, does he really need playoff revenue money? Like, is he hurting for money right now? Like, does Jim Irsay need some cash or what? Like, I don't think so. So, like, yeah, I feel like it's kind of like they probably, like, looking back. I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? It's easy to say, like, oh yeah, you were wrong. Like, yeah, any monkey can tell you were wrong about something after they know what happened. But looking back last year, that probably they should have just sat Anthony Richardson for most of the year last year, because he was a very raw quarterback coming out of college. Maybe they should have just sat him. But I think or maybe even this year, they should have said, like, hey, okay, we started him last year, but he only really played a few games. He got hurt. Maybe he's not quite ready. Let's let him sit for a little bit. But once they didn't, again, it's similar to Bryce Young, because my argument is this: like, okay, sure, you're thinking Joe Flacco's our guy, and he's going to lead us to the playoffs, and we're going to lose a playoff game. We're going to lose like a wild card game or whatever it is, and then we're going to go into next year and figure it out. But what if that doesn't happen? What if Joe Flacco, like, has 3 terrible games in a row, like Andy Dalton just had, and you lose 3 games in a row? Now what? You say, oh, just kidding. Oh, no. Hey, AR. Hey, hi, Anthony Richardson. Hey, you want to play for us again? You know what I mean? Like, so it's just very short-sighted, in my opinion, on the Colts to try to eke out a playoff berth this year. Like, really? Like, I don't know. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
It's it's just funny because it's completely backwards now. The way it used to be is rookie quarterbacks would sit a year, sometimes two, and then they
Yep.
would come in and take over, and then you see what they have, what they can give you. And now they are thrown immediately into the fire week one, and then after a year of playing and then not developing, then they sit in year two. They're being benched because they didn't click right off the bat. It's just completely backwards way of thinking. It doesn't make sense, but you
No.
can't tell anybody that. It has to be right now. Right now, you have to produce right now. Nobody wants to wait.
Nope.
It doesn't always pay off, but you see, I guess it's just you get spoiled by when you have the guy who does contribute right away. Like this year, it's Jaden Daniels. Then you see, well, I can do. We want that. Yeah, that's what we want. We just drop. You do that. Not everybody is the same, so it's not that simple.
Right. But also we've seen guys, I don't want to go too long on this again, but we've seen guys like Josh Allen was terrible the first 2 years. And like, I know a lot of people probably won't remember because they're not as old as we are, which I'm happy for you that you're not as old as we are. That's a good thing. Josh Allen was like, the Bills are dumb if the Bills are dumb if they don't go draft a quarterback. Like, they're idiots. This guy is terrible. He's never going to be good in the NFL. He can't hit the side of a barn. He's the worst thrower in the league. Like, everything people are saying about Anthony Richardson, sure, Josh Allen's got a tremendous arm, and sure, Josh Allen can run, but have you seen him throw? He's horrible at throwing. He throws picks. He's inaccurate. He'll never make it in the NFL. That's exactly what they were saying about Josh Allen. Like, they could have easily just given up on Josh Allen and been like, yeah, this guy, look at this guy. He's terrible. Like, let's not start him. But then you even see guys like CJ Stroud, just the most recent example, look like they're going to be the greatest quarterback ever as a rookie. And now in year two, it's like, what has happened to this guy? He's not horrible. I mean, he's not like Anthony Richardson horrible, but he sure doesn't look like the guy we saw last year. Like, he doesn't look like, a top 5 quarterback in the NFL this year. So, like, you can't just give up on these guys, and you can't just say like, oh, that's it. That's it. 10 games, he's terrible. He'll never make it in the NFL, because you just don't know.
Don't know. And then even the one who right now is, I guess, arguably still the best, not in fantasy this year, but Pat Mahomes, I think we can say he's probably still the best quarterback out there. Didn't play at all his rookie year except for one game, and that was like the last game of the season, and that's only because Alex Smith got hurt. Didn't hurt him to not play as a rookie. It's probably helped. Anyways, yeah, it's just crazy. It's hard to predict what's going to happen from week to week, but that's what makes fantasy football so fun. So fun. Most of the time. All right. We do have a lot of questions lined up. It's Wednesday. We'll be here for quite a while answering your questions. So throw them at us. If you guys have been here before, most of you have, you know how this works. If you're brand new, welcome. Glad you joined us. And just to let you know, if people are using that super chat feature, as they tend to do, we definitely will answer all of those. We'll stay on until all the super chats are answered. Some people have that membership on YouTube. Click the join button. We're going to get to those questions as well. If you just put a regular comment, it's not that we are ignoring or don't want to answer those. Just we have a lot of questions, and we're going to have to pick and choose, basically. So just stay patient, and we'll do as much as we can in the time we have. Also, got to remind you of a couple of things. First of all, a lot of you also already know about Underdog, but some of you may not, or for some reason you're still just waiting. There's no reason to wait. Take this free pick before tomorrow night. It's CJ Stroud just getting 1 yard. Go higher than 0.5 total yards. It's a free pick for new customers, and you get this just for becoming an Underdog customer. And you do that, and when you check out, make sure you use promo code ENDGAME, because that gets you the free pick and your deposit match 50% all the way up to $1,000 worth of bonus cash. Plus, there's always these profit boost tokens, these deals they have, free picks, basically freebies. There's always something going on there, so check it out. You can also do weekly contests and drafts and leagues and all sorts of stuff we don't even talk about because we need to answer your questions, but there's so much there. If you haven't tried it, again, there's something on there you're going to like. And it's not just football too. It's every single sport. So check out Underdog if you haven't yet, but use code ENDGAME when you sign up for the first time. And if you still have questions or you want to do it differently, instead of putting the chat live here on YouTube, you can ask us through the Draft Lane app. This is our app. It's the two of us. So you just put your questions in through the app, starts it, waiver, trade, anything fantasy football related, and we'll answer it. So it's a free download. Just go to the App Store or Google Play Store, and we will answer all those questions for you. Again, it's called Draft Lane, and it's the way you can get in touch with us when we're not live. All right, but we are live. So let's get to these questions. Well, Brian Furman, once again, first in line. Let's give him some props for that. All right. Not so sure about Chuba. Would you go with Ramondre this week?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about Chuba either. Even though it is the Saints, it's a great matchup for him. He's also on the Panthers with Bryce Young. I probably do just go Ramondre this week against the Titans.
Yeah, definitely going Ramondre. Don't like the Saints offense. It's the Panthers offense in general. And I know this week the Panthers do get the Saints, which is not a bad matchup. So it's not like Chuba's completely unstartable, but I just like Ramondre better. Just more touches. Ramondre came back pretty strong last week. I think he's going to continue to get better. All right. What about Cody Greenwood? He's got this lineup. He's saying, I don't know how about benching Cook and Olave. Yeah, I don't like that either, but who could you possibly bench for Cook and Olave? I don't see anybody.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
Nobody.
You're too stacked. Congrats, you're too stacked.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody, but that's a good thing. That means you have players that are better. So let's keep it as is. Jay, 1364. Any changes to this lineup? Let's see. The bench got Flacco. Big on Flacco. I'm not going Flacco over Mahomes. I'm not going to go that far.
No, I'm definitely not starting Dowdle, not starting Vidal, not starting Kraft over Ingram. Dell, I might go Dell over Keenan.
Oh, you got Keenan and Odunze. Yeah, you got to get one of those guys out.
Yeah, I might go Dell over Keenan. Like, what's just at least Dell. I mean, I know Dell could be terrible, but so could Keenan, so could Odunze, and Dell's gonna, gotta get the most of the majority of the targets there. So I would go Dell over Keenan. Honestly, over Keenan or Odunze. I'm trying to look here if one has I'd probably put Keenan on the bench.
Right. That's the only thing there. Just don't get too much. In terms of the Bears passing game, all right, Moises. Ooh, the 3-game skid. Let's change it. The Dolphins, Dolphins are killing us all. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Hill, Neighbors, Waddle, Monty, Gibbs, Downs, Jones, Myers. I'm not loving the Dolphins this week against Buffalo on the road, so I don't know if I would start Waddle.
Well, I'll go Tyreek and Neighbors at wide receiver. I might go Gibbs and Aaron Jones at running back. I really like Aaron Jones this week. But you know what? I know Downs. You got Downs. I'll probably flex Downs, honestly. Is it PPR? It says 10-team PP, so I assume that means PPR.
Assuming that's what it is.
Unless Moises is 5 years old. He's trying to tell us something. Hill and Neighbors, Gibbs and Aaron Jones with Downs at the flex.
Yeah, there you go. Don't have to start. And you're speaking of Downs, Sir Boomer, that is, got Downs back off the waiver wire. Happy ending. You got all those guys now. All right. The start sit assistant. Again, I'm not sure who you're paying here on the side as your assistant, but wants me to play Bucky over Ladd. No. And that's a big no.
Big no. Big no.
All right. JCR Melts. Having Jordan Love, being a Ravens fan. Maybe the most. What do you mean Ravens fan? Ravens are winning. Ravens are good. Stafford or Love? Well, I don't know. Did we get any good news about Love today?
No, he didn't. He didn't practice today, but I think if Love plays, I got to roll Love. It's at home against some terrible defense that I can't remember right now. But the Jags at home against the Jags. I think if he plays, I got to play him. But if not, Stafford is totally fine this week.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Love plays because I know they want to win, obviously, but they were able to win a couple games with Willis, and it's the bye. They're probably not going to risk it. So I would just say keep Stafford in there. If Love is good to go, sure, put Love in there. But need to flex here: Harrison, Connor, or Josh Downs.
That's right. Love plays the Lions, not the Jags. Good call there. But they're still terrible against the pass. And he's at home. Harrison, Connor, or Downs. This is tough.
Cardinals or against the Bears. It's not a great matchup. I mean, I think as good as Harrison won last week, I think I would prefer Downs over Harrison. I think my question is, do I like Connor enough?
Yeah, Connor. I mean, Connor also in that Bears matchup. I don't, man. Can I really? It's just I don't want to be irrationally high on Downs and then he's terrible. But
he's got Joe Flacco. How could it be terrible? Not possible.
Yeah, I think I go Downs. It's full PPR. I'm going to go Downs.
I'm going Downs. Back in on him. I apologize. I'm sorry, Downs, for ever doubting you just because of your quarterback. Even with Anthony Richardson in, he still scored his fantasy points. So, yeah, I'm going to go down. It's too good a matchup. It's just too good a matchup. All right, Alexander's channel. Trade went through for Lamb. Nice. Okay, so now he's got Jones, Jacobs, Bucky, Lamb, Brown, Waddle, Tank, Reed. Got offered Harrison or DJ Moore for Bucky. Nice.
Yeah, take Harrison. Take Harrison for sure here.
Yes. I would take either one, but Harrison, yes. Okay, yes, do this.
I don't know. I guess I would take either one, but I strongly prefer Harrison.
And then I don't know if this is a different league because he didn't mention Brees in the other one. Okay, so got offered Marvin and Najee for Brees.
It's like a 4. Like a maybe I shouldn't say a 4. This is like a 6. Like, okay, it's a decent attempt, but it's falling short here. Like at least it's not like they didn't offer, Rico Dowdle and their kicker or something like that, which would be like a 1. So
right.
It's a 6.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
It's not insulting. And Najee's been good. Harrison coming off a big game. I see why they're doing this. But I would keep Brees for sure. So hopefully you didn't take it. I don't think you did because you didn't say I did this. You said got offered. So got Brees, keep Brees.
Yeah, keep Brees.
And sort of already answered this. Alex B. I know. Flacco.
No.
Not
still going Mahomes. I'm still going Mahomes here.
I'll say I'm doing Mahomes really because he plays Tampa Bay this week. That's why. Right. I love Flacco this week, but yeah. All right, Jim K. Needs receiver depth. Trade Dobbins for Smith? Yes.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I'm going to do this even if you don't need receiver depth.
I know, right?
Good one, though. That's a good one. Definitely trade JK while you can. Ice cold OG Jones. Bo Nix, who does get the Ravens, or Kyler Murray against the Bears.
Yeah, I'm still going Kyler Murray here. I do like Bo Nix this week, but at the same time, I know the risk with Bo Nix. So I don't know. Maybe Bo Nix will outscore him this week, but come on, Kyler Murray's been mostly good this year. I'm just going to go Kyler.
like Bo Nix has been good enough. Again, he hasn't been great. Nobody should be saying, "Oh, he's like amazing." No, he hasn't been great. He's been good enough to consider, and it's a great matchup that you can consider streaming him if you need a streamer, and that puts him below Kyler Murray. But I thought about this today because thinking about football and our boom picks and whatever, and I was like, yeah, this is the Ravens secondary and whatever. Then they could have to throw it a lot. And I thought, what if Baltimore just wins like 56-0? Like I could see that. I could see Baltimore just stomping on them. I mean, maybe they won't score that much, but it's not guaranteed to be a big go next week. Is what I'm saying. Should I trade Downs and Kmet for McBride?
I wouldn't. I want to hold Downs now. I know you get a nice tight end upgrade here with McBride, but just stream tight end or just keep rolling with Kmet. I know Kmet was terrible last week, but should get better for him.
Right. Yeah. That's just not something you need to do. John M. dropped Stroud. That's fine. Stafford and Dak. No, we talked about this yesterday too. Stroud is droppable.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd play Dak over him though. We'll see. We'll see if Dak and the Cowboys can get the ship righted or not. But Stafford, I would definitely play over Stroud.
Right. And if this is a 1 QB league and guys like this are available, you'll be fine. Not wild. Humberto wants to know between Tua or Goff.
I'm gonna go Goff. Goff has been solid to very good. Even last week when 85 yards, 12 completions, he still threw 3 touchdowns, and now he gets. Yeah, I noticed the Packers, but that doesn't scare me off of Goff.
You already know. Not starting Tua against Buffalo. On the road, Buffalo. Nope. Not doing it. It's Goff. Ivan Reboyar, what's up? Got that membership just this week. Please help with the lineup. Okay, 2 running backs. Yes. 2 receivers, 2 flex, tight end. All right, so are we switching anybody out on the bench?
Probably not, because you're flexing James Cook and Tyreek Hill. I can't imagine. Nah. This you just have this. This is your lineup every week of the season, pretty much outside of bye weeks. I don't know. I mean, maybe does it say if it's PPR or not? I mean, maybe I could put Olave in over James Cook, but maybe. But it's
the only one. I'm not saying I would. I'm just wondering out loud is Neighbors, because we don't have him as a must start. Would you put Olave over Neighbors?
I mean, that one is close. I will say that's a close decision for me this week, but I know Neighbors is going to get force-fed a ton of targets. I feel confident that Olave will as well, but I know Neighbors is. I just know. They're just going to give him a ton of targets. So even if he doesn't have the highest ceiling, he's going to get so many targets and he's going to catch so many passes that he just has such a high floor. I think I still go Neighbors over Olave.
That one's close because Olave gets the Panthers. I might consider that. I know it would be tough to bench Neighbors, but that might be the only one. But you don't really need to change this. Leo Hilo. All right, let's see. Mahomes over Caleb. Yeah. Sutton, Mitchell, Hill, Dell. Worthy, Williams, hanging on to Mike Williams. I like the faith here. Kyron, JT, Tracy, Kmet, 2 defenses. Don't need that. Okay, trade JT for McLaurin, Chase Brown, and Mark Andrews. I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, you need wide receiver help, but if you trade away JT, you were really hoping that Tracy is that guy. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, yeah. Keep JT. Keep JT.
Because what if Tyrone Tracy isn't it? I mean, it looks like he's definitely the RB1 in New York, but it doesn't mean he'll be an RB1 for fantasy every week. So, I mean, I don't know. But I think I would just keep JT here.
Yeah.
Let's help Dave Lekomsik out. Catches us when he can. All right. Thank you. And
Thank you.
since you're on here, let's see. Needs a third receiver out of Flowers, Deontay, Mooney, Ridley.
I'm just gonna go Mooney. Gonna go Mooney. Flowers against Surtain, no thanks. Deontay Johnson probably gonna be very limited. Ridley, nope. Christian Gonzalez this week. Not the Lions. Not doing it. I'm going Mooney.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, this would be Flowers, but he just happens to get Surtain here. It's not really because of the Deontay trade this week. It's because of the matchup. So I'm fine with Mooney too. Jake the Snake needs a tight end and a flex. Ingram, Laporta, Otten, Chase Brown, Flowers, Dell, Waddle, Ladd, and Downs. A lot of options.
Oh, man. All right. Well, Ingram is going to be my. Yeah. Ingram and Otten is close, but I guess I'll go Ingram, assuming Brian Thomas is out. Maybe if Brian Thomas plays, maybe I go Otten. Maybe.
Yeah, I would just say this. I really hope, only starting one tight end. This is not like a crazy 2 tight end league or something. If it's tight end premium, maybe. But if it's not, just trade one of these tight ends. That way you don't have to worry about all this. I mean, somebody out there's got to need a tight end because you have 3 of them. So.
And now the flex decision is going to be tough too. Like,
you have 2 receivers that normally I would say are like every week wide receivers 2, but I hate this week. And you have 2 guys that I talked about as booms this week that aren't every week starters. So thanks for making this hard, Jake.
Yeah. Because Josh Downs gets a big bump with Flacco, but man, Ladd is in a great spot too this week. Man, I don't even know if you can really go wrong here. I might just go. I think I'm going Downs over Ladd. Man, please don't bust this week. Downs gonna say yes to Downs so much. Please don't bust.
He can't. It can't happen because he's got Joe Cool. Just Josh Downs. You know, it's funny. I was never ever even like a Joe Flacco fan until the end of last year when he helped carry us to a championship in our Superflex league, and he carried the Cleveland offense and this year the Indy offense. So, this is a recent thing. Is what I'm saying. Downs it is. Jay, I think he's got to do this. Trade Javonte and Tillman for Evans.
Yeah, go get Evans. If there's a buy low on Evans right now, go get Evans.
Yes, definitely be happy about this in a couple of weeks. Royland, what's up? Needs a quarterback, running back, receiver, and a flex. Got Kirk, Love, Bucky, Tracy, Bigsby, DJ Moore, Worthy, Waddle.
All right, well, I'll say again, if Love plays, I'm going with him, but Kirk is totally fine this week. I think Kirk could have a big game against the Cowboys. So if you don't want to risk it with Love or he doesn't play, just go Kirk. One running back here is going to be Tracy if he plays. If he doesn't play, these guys are both very risky this week. But I think I'll go Bucky over Bigsby because Bucky at least catches passes. So Tracy number 1, Bigsby number 2. Wide receiver, I know it's the Bills, but I'm still going DJ Moore, and I'll flex Waddle.
Yeah, I don't love Waddle or Moore this week, but I'm not starting receiver. Worthy, no way. So got to agree with both of those. Yeah, I agree with all that. Tracy's guy we didn't really talk about. We don't really get into the questionables in Wednesday, Thursday type of situations because we'll find out. But Tracy did get officially a concussion, or he's in the protocol?
Yeah, he's in the concussion protocol, unfortunately. So, yeah, we'll see.
So just keep an eye on that. And the point is, anybody who's got Tracy and you're all jazzed up to fire him up in your lineup, just make sure he plays first. Sammy, drop Dak for Flacco, Herbert, or Winston.
I mean, probably. I'm just trying to decide which guy I want. It's not Winston. Definitely not Winston this week.
Yeah, I did mention that, I think, on the waiver video. Is Winston very tempting to pick up, but it's not a good matchup, and then they get a bye, so this is just bad timing for Winston.
Yeah. I might go Herbert against the Saints. He had a nice game. He had a nice game last week.
Well, last week.
Oh, no, that was last week. Man, I got to update my sheet. My sheet is all messed up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, another thing here, Herbert, Chargers. Well, they get the Browns because they're playing each other. Winston.
That's right, Herbert. Browns. All right, I guess I go Flacco. Why is my sheet so messed up? I go Flacco.
I'm in on Flacco. In too deep. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go Flacco. Flacco. Yes, you can drop Dak. Nobody likes what they're seeing from the Dallas offense. Trust me, nobody. Is it going to turn around? Well, what's going to change here? Nothing. Dustin, start, sit, 1 QB, 2 receiver, 2 running backs, flex tight end, full PPR 12-teamer. Well, speaking of Dak, pretty sure we can sit him for Stafford.
Yep.
HN, Madison, Mostert. Those are all your running backs?
All right. HN and man. I guess it should be Mostert. I kind of want to say Madison, but it's not the best spot for him. The Bills not very good against the run, but man, there's a real chance Mostert gets game scripted out here. But HN and Mostert, I guess, at running back. Olave, Lamb, wide receiver. Obviously, I think you got to go Pitts. Even though I do like Ferguson, I think you still got to go Pitts over Ferguson. Man.
Tillman or Moore for the flex?
I'm going. I know Tillman has been really good, and it's hard to bench Tillman, but this is a brutal spot for Tillman this week. DJ Moore against the Cardinals. I think I'm just going to go DJ Moore here.
Yeah, I would go DJ Moore as well. So there you go. Stafford, Dolphins running backs. If that's all you got. Olave, Lamb, and Moore, and then Pitts. And then this is a very interesting one. Instinct for Life, asking if you should trade DJ Moore for Cedric Tillman.
No, I'm just going to hold DJ Moore here. I don't like Tillman's schedule rest of the way. Maybe he can overcome it. Maybe he'll be that guy this year, but I'm just going to keep DJ Moore.
Yeah. And another DJ Moore question here from Zuck the Duck. Trade away Mike Evans for DJ Moore. Thoughts?
I don't know what to say.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Let's see. Let's consult Chucky. Chucky the Bucks fan. No, it doesn't give him. He's not giving the look of approval.
Yeah, I don't think Chucky's a fan of that deal either.
The thing is, okay, look, I'll say, well, I'm not going to trade DJ Moore to get Cedric Tillman. DJ Moore is still a number 1 receiver in the Bears, and the Bears were horrible last week. They'll be better. DJ Moore is still playable, right? But Mike Evans is going to come back in a couple of weeks, and he's going to be the number 1 receiver, and now even more clearly the number 1 receiver because Godwin's gone. He's going to be probably just a beast the rest of the season. So,
yep.
Yeah, trading away Mike Evans, just period. I think that's the issue. It's just trading away Mike Evans is not good here. And I do feel I've seen this a couple, and look, I told you this earlier. Someone in Dynasty is offering to get Cedric Tillman for me, giving up Jordan Addison. I was like, I'll take that. I think the Cedric Tillman hype is getting a little out of hand, just a little bit.
Yes.
Other John needs a streaming tight end. Strange fan, Jonnu Smith, Hill, or Disley.
Disley is interesting. He's been coming on, but what's the ceiling for Disley? What's the ceiling for any of these guys, really?
Right. Strange is interesting because Kirk is out. BTJ, who knows, day to day. I mean, if Brian Thomas doesn't play, I think Strange becomes the most fantasy friendly.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I might go Disley here. He's been getting the targets. He at least gives you. I mean, none of these guys have a lot of upside.
No.
What did Brent Strange do last week?
And again, I recognize basically all the receivers were hurt, but Strange did get targeted when those guys left, especially Kirk. I will say if BTJ does play, you're probably better off going Disley because more reliable targets. But if Thomas is out, I would probably go Strange.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna make it. I don't know if it's gonna make it big. It's gonna come down to like, does one of these guys randomly score a touchdown or not?
Right. Probably not. All right. Well, there you go. Ash Abu Kawad. Start 2. Flowers, Devontae, Adams, Metcalf, Jacobs, B-Rob.
Well, if Metcalf plays, he's number 1. I think Jacobs still number 2 for me, even in the tough matchup. And then I think I go Brian Robinson, number 3. I like him against the Giants this week. Flowers, against Surtain and the Broncos, and Adams looking very dusty. So Metcalf, Jacobs, B-Rob, my top 3. Obviously, if Metcalf's out, I'll go Jacobs, B-Rob.
Yeah, complete agreement on that. DK, I think he'll probably play, but too early to say. 9-ball Bori, full PPR. Let's start one running back in a flex between these guys.
Boy, you guys.
Okay, well, the running back looks like we have 2 choices: Chase Brown or Bigsby.
I think you got to go Chase Brown. Bigsby very risky this week, and again with that limited pass catching, it's just you really need a touchdown.
And then flex, full PPR.
Not Pop. Not with Jacoby probably playing. Do we just gamble on McMillan here?
These are all gambles.
They're all, yeah.
I would say if I'm gonna look, if they're all dart throws, which they basically are, who has the potential for the touchdown, the big play? Who's in the best matchup? I can't believe I'm saying this. It might be Worthy because he gets Tampa Bay and he could go for a long touchdown. Odunze is the one I like the best. So it's one.
Yeah, I think maybe just go Worthy because this is like one of those decisions where you probably should just shoot for the fences and hope, right? Hope he catches a touchdown, has a big play.
Right.
Just gamble on Worthy here.
Yeah, I guess the point I'm trying to make is there's no floor with any of these guys. So you might as well shoot for ceiling.
Exactly.
Maybe Worthy scores because Tampa Bay's defense is that bad. All right. There we go. Tone Neg. As a Burrow owner. Okay, I'm not following this. As a Burrow owner, do you stash Drake May in case they lose?
But what, like, they're going to, like, are they going to start? Are they going to, like, I assume you mean Cincinnati. Like, are they going to bench Joe Burrow? They're like, oh, our season's over. Joe Burrow to the bench with you. No, Joe Burrow's going to play every game. Joe Burrow's still going to play every game. They're not going to, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what Drake May specifically has to do with this, but I don't think you need to stash any QB in a single QB league because Burrow's healthy and he's playing and he's going to play. I think that's pretty much it.
Stash a handcuff instead.
Yeah. All right, John Wickering. What's up, John? Daniels or Burrow?
Daniels or insert name of almost any quarterback in the NFL here. Burrow.
Yeah. All right. So you're going Burrow. Is that what you said?
Yes. Like literally replace Burrow with like 29 other quarterbacks, and I would say yes.
I think he's looking start sit. Pick them starts this week from rosters that don't pay.
What I'm saying is change Burrow's name to any 29 other quarterbacks, and I will say that guy over. Oh, wait. I was thinking Daniel Jones.
Oh,
I know why you're confused. I was thinking Daniel Jones. I'm like, okay, Daniels or Burrow? No, Daniels.
Yeah, Daniel. I was like, what? He said pick them starts this week from rosters that don't pay. Roasters that don't pay.
What?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
All right. So Daniels, Otten over Kincaid.
Yeah, Otten over Kincaid, McBride over Goddard. I do like Myers this week, but I got to go Harrison over Myers still.
Yeah, Myers. Let's see who the Raiders get. The Raiders get the Bengals.
Bengals.
I actually looked at this because I thought, well, maybe Myers has a big game. It's like not a great matchup. I'll go Harrison here. All right. Well, good luck in all of those. And then John Smith, definitely your real name. We started Kyler or Cousins.
This I might actually go Cousins here. This is the time where I might bench Kyler. I have him in the same tier, but I mean, Cousins against the Cowboys, that doesn't scare me off him. Let's go Cousins.
Yeah, we got to take advantage of the Cowboys matchup. Let's go Cousins here. He's, pretty much as rock solid as you can get right now. But this is close. Eric Van Vano, pick 2. This is standard scoring. Devontae, Jaden Reed, BTJ or Downs in standard. It doesn't make me like Devontae Adams anymore. I'll say that.
No. I think BTJ will be number 1 for me if he plays. I think Downs will still be 2 for me, and Reed will be 3. So obviously, if Brian Thomas is out, then you'll play Downs and Reed.
There you go. Eth Truby, 12-team PPR, 5-3. Murray, BTJ, Olave Myers, JT, K9, Joku, D-Rob, Pearsall, Franklin, Ertz, Dowdle, Hawk, Tua. I like that you put them together. Hawk, Tua, Evans, league mate offered. No way. CMC and Waddle for Njoku flex. What is flex? What does that mean? Like anybody?
I don't know, but like, yeah, what is that? If it's Njoku and any, like, really, like, who would I not pair? Like, maybe I wouldn't give up Njoku and JT. Maybe I wouldn't give up Njoku and Walker.
Yeah, I don't know. What flex means. It mean like you get to choose. Is that what that means?
Well, give him Ertz.
Well,
give him 2 tight ends. No, I mean, really, like, I think the only guys I'm not pairing Njoku with for these two are JT, Walker, maybe Evans.
Yeah. Take it, I guess. Someone's trying to give, like, they want to get rid of CMC and Jalen Waddle, like, get them off my roster. I want a tight end and David Njoku and somebody else. Take it. All right, Austin Puka, the 16-teamer, got JD 5. Swift, Mondre, Puka, Debo Downs, Njoku for a 16-teamer. What's the grade here?
This is pretty good. You got an elite QB. You have now an elite tight end. You got 2 solid running backs. You got Puka, Debo, and Downs, a wide receiver. This is like a 9 for a 16-teamer. It's a very good team.
Like, this is a really good team, but I understand why you're 3-5. Obviously, you didn't have Puka basically all season. Debo's been up and down, and you're not going to have him this week. Swift started off terrible. And Mondre's been up and down, but still, you've got good talent here. Assuming everybody stays healthy, this is a really good 16-teamer. Of course, don't know your bench, but keep stashing, making those smart moves. I think you'll be good. And then the real Superman needs a team review, playoff thoughts. This is a 10-teamer. Daniels, Mixon, Kyron, AJB, Chase Kittle, Kamara at the flex. Very different. Rashad White, Javonte Autumn, Metcalf, Rome, Ridley, Ladd.
I mean, your starting lineup is obviously stacked. You got 3 stud running backs, 2 stud wide receivers. Quite possibly the best tight end rest of the season, or like a top 2 tight end rest of the season. A top 3 or 4 quarterback rest of the season. I mean, your starting lineup is stacked. Bench is okay. But I don't really like what are you going to upgrade here? What are we upgrading?
There's nothing. I mean, Metcalf is on your bench, Ladd now looks really very startable here, so there's nothing really to do.
Yeah.
But team review, you're good. I think you're a contender. Easy Vanya. Let's see who to start here. Hurts, Connor, Taylor, McLaurin, Nakua, Otten, flexing Pollard on the bench. Bigsby, Madison, Deontay, Ertz, Myers, Tillman. Traded Ertz, Madison, Bigsby for Kittle as a backup tight end. That's funny. He's going to back up Otten.
So Kittle is backing up Otten. Kittle
this week.
Like what I just said. Well, yeah, this week obviously he's backing up. But Kittle without Ayuk we saw last week. Kittle without Ayuk is going to be a monster. Going to be a monster. So Ertz, Madison, Bigsby for Kittle. It's fine. I think it's probably good for you. Although if I have Otten, I'm probably just staying at pat, but it's not. It's fine.
Yeah. I like the trade. I mean, you basically a tight end. You don't need Madison's, bench player. Basically, Bigsby is good, but to get Kittle, I think the trade is good. But look, you don't need a backup tight end. You don't need to stash one. So what I would do is after this week, I think whether he's a big game or not, trade Otten. Just trade Otten, get somebody. Pedro Navarez says, I guess that we missed his question yesterday. I don't remember seeing one yesterday from you, so if that did happen, sorry, but let's do it now. 5-3, it's non-PPR. Goff or Stafford?
It goes Stafford.
Yeah, I go Stafford too. Achane, Walker, JJ St. Brown, Kincaid or Ferguson at tight end. Oh, and Andrews? Ingram is on waivers?
I would pick up Ingram. Drop Kincaid or Ferguson. I mean, if Ingram's on waivers, you can drop those guys. Achane Walker, JJ St. Brown. Yeah, I would pick up Ingram and start him. Flex either London or B-Rob or Chuba. You got to go Drake London. It is non-PPR. Maybe I go Brian Robinson in non-PPR.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. What is it? Giants?
Yeah, Giants. I mean, Najee was just running picking up 20 yards every time he touched the ball, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Yeah, non-PPR, I'll go Brian Robinson.
There you go. All right, Pedro, good luck. Quail Man, Williams, Henry, Achane, Hopkins, Downs, McBride, Madison, Aubrey, Stroud, Bigsby, Moss, Pittman, BTJ on the waiver. Myers, all those guys are on waivers, I guess.
These must be some very shallow leagues. I would 100% drop Moss for Ladd. Now. Just go grab your phone and do it right this second.
Yep.
But I think that's it. I don't think you can drop anybody else. I mean,
Stroud is droppable.
Oh, yeah. I would drop Stroud for Jacoby. Moss for Ladd, Stroud for Jacoby. Although you got Caleb Williams. I don't even know. I might want to start Stroud over. I know Stroud against the Jets this week, but man, there's got to be a better QB on the waiver wire than Caleb Williams. Or if these players are available,
right?
There's got to be a better QB than Caleb Williams out there.
If these guys are out there, you know who's going to be out there. You know who to pick up and put in your lineup.
What if like Cousins or Stafford are out there?
All right, I'll go Cousins and Stafford. But if they aren't out there, just easy, insert Flacco.
Yeah, pick up Ladd, pick up Jacoby, and then drop Stroud, drop Moss, and drop Caleb for a better QB. There's got to be a better QB out there.
All right, and then you're good. The Hound. 1 QB, 2 running backs, receivers, tight end, and 2 flex. Scott Hurts, Bijan, Henry, Cooper Moore, Andrews, Hunt, Hopkins. Bench is Coleman, Madison, Dobbs, Kraft. I don't think there's any changes this week. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no changes. I'm going to assume that Cooper is Cooper Kupp and not Amari Cooper. If that's Amari Cooper, I'll probably put Coleman in over Amari Cooper. Although Dobbs would be my number 1 if Love plays. But if that's Cooper Kupp, leave him in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if I go... do I go Coleman over Hopkins? Do I go Dobbs over Hopkins if Love plays?
Well, I like... Maybe he doesn't get a ton of targets, but kind of like Hopkins in there just because of the matchup. It's Tampa Bay secondary. So I still feel a little bit better about Hopkins than Dobbs.
If it's Jordan Love?
If it's Jordan Love, well, I'm kind of assuming it's not Jordan Love right now, but
yeah,
if it's me, I'd leave it alone for now. He's saying make trade. I don't know. I don't see much trade value on the bench. That's the problem.
No, I don't see a lot of trade value. I'm just thinking if I go, I think if Love plays, I do go Dobbs over Hopkins. But if it's Malik Willis, then no.
All right, fair enough. Juan Castellanos start 2. McConkey, Olave, Tillman.
McConkey and Olave. Like them both a lot this week. Tillman, again, it's a very tough matchup for Tillman.
You're going to see them both on a video coming to YouTube channel near you. Whale Man. Again, Lamar, Henry, Kamara, Lamb. Hopkins, Kraft down. Is this different? Or is this the same? It's a different super chat. That's why I put it up. But let me see if this is any different.
It seems different because I don't remember Pollard. I don't remember Sutton being on the waiver wire. I don't know why you have. I mean, I guess if you want to keep Diggs in IR for sentimental reasons, sure.
Yeah,
but man, I don't want Sutton or Mooney. I don't want to leave Sutton or Mooney on the waivers. But who are you going to drop here? I mean, I get who are your running backs? Henry, Kamara, Madison is your RB3. Oh no, you have Pollard, you have Brian Ross. Yeah, I would drop Madison for Sutton or Mooney. Man, you got Lamar and Burrow. You can't drop Burrow though.
Yeah, I don't want to just drop Burrow, but you're right. You don't need Madison. You got Pollard and B-Rob on the bench. So
yeah, you're never going to start Madison, honestly.
Just drop Diggs. I mean, come on. Just drop Diggs.
Yeah, but it doesn't – dropping Diggs doesn't free up a spot. It just opens up your IR spot, so.
Yeah, but it just irritates me when people like guys like he's out for the season. He's done. And like, you never know. No, we know.
You never know.
Maybe
he'll have the most miraculous ACL recovery in history.
All right. And then you can say I have
even better than Adrian Peterson. Hey, maybe he just wants Stephon Diggs to get a ring.
Okay. Now that I'm okay with. I can see that. Not that Stephon Diggs is the kind of guy who are like he really deserves one, but I get that. I get that.
Yeah. He just wants Stephon Diggs to get a ring when he wins the fantasy football championship this year.
I think I did that last year on one of my teams before the championship game. I picked up Cam Akers and put him on my bench just so that he could be part of the squad.
Drop Madison and pick up Sutton or Mooney. I'm not even sure who I prefer, honestly. Maybe Sutton. He's the wide receiver one.
Yeah. All right, then Tyler Sperry needs 2. Dell, Downs, Reed, Coleman, Dell. Afraid to start Dell, as you should be, and Reed. Yeah. Regarding... Not sure.
That's supposed to be a quitter. Don't start a quitter.
Regarding A-Rich, is he talking about AR?
Yeah, I think so. Don't start a quitter.
Yeah, I like it. Was one.
I mean, Richardson didn't quit. he took himself out for one play. It's not like he said, "Hey guys, I can't go back out there. I'm too tired." He took himself out for one play.
Yeah.
Start 2. Dell, Downs, Reed, Coleman. I think you got to go Downs. I mean, yeah, I get being nervous about Dell, but I'm nervous about Reed. I think I go Downs and Dell here. I'm just gonna take the guy who should get the most targets. I know it's the Jets, but Jaden Reed might have Malik Willis. I don't mind Keon Coleman against the Dolphins, but he's also risky. So it's gonna go Downs and Dell.
Yeah, I coming around on Coleman being viable, but there's no guarantee he produces. He's still a boom bust type of player, right? So I get it, but Downs is the for sure start here. And that was what it meant, because a little later down he said Josh Allen, even though he was a bust in year 1, he never quit mid-game. So there you go.
Well, I don't know if Anthony Richardson quit mid-game.
Yeah. Hayden wants to know.
Like you know who quit mid-game? Antonio Brown. Like Antonio Brown legit quit mid-game.
He basically retired mid-game. Those are the good old days. Hayden wants to know, flex Deontay, Coleman, Mason, or Dobbs.
Oh boy. Dobbs if Love plays, otherwise Tillman.
Right. Deontay is probably not going to get enough reps this week. Jason did absolutely nothing to warrant starting again, even if DK is out. So yeah. All right. What about John Wickering again? Thoughts on this trade? Looking ahead to the playoffs. That's a smart move. JT and Kincaid or Stevenson for Ingram and Tracy.
Nah.
Go back. I assume this is the same team. I'm going to go back to make sure you got the side that I think you got. But well, okay, this one didn't say.
Well, he's saying to help with week 14 in the playoffs. Do the Colts have a week 14 bye? They do. So he's saying, okay, well, this is ridiculous. This is why you shouldn't have the playoffs in week 14. I know it's probably not your decision, but so you're saying you're not going to have JT in week 14. But at the same time, like,
what are you getting back in place of JT?
Right, because here's the thing. Like, okay, let's say you make this trade, and in week 14 you win because you didn't get, you had Stevenson instead of JT. Well, now in week 15 you're going to wish you had JT again. Like, because remember the goal isn't to, like, we're not the Indianapolis Colts here. We're not just trying to make the playoffs and maybe eke out a win. We're like, the only goal in fantasy football really should be to win the championship. That's it. Like, you don't get TV revenue for making the playoffs. You don't get to sell extra tickets for making the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, you get no benefit for making the playoffs in fantasy football unless your league splits the pot 6 ways and everybody gets $1 or something, whatever it is, right? And then it's like, who cares? Who even cares anyways, right? Yeah. So the only goal of fantasy football is to win the league. Sure, this might help you win week 14, but it's going to hurt your chances to win the league. First of all, maybe try to get the bye if there is a bye, so you don't have to play in week 14. But if not, just try to win week 14 without JT, and then have JT in the weeks that matter.
Yeah, and I mean JT, one of the best running backs in football, and you're replacing him. Look, Tracy looked good last week. He's looked good in a couple of games. He's not JT, so yeah, right. You can't do this. No. Manny G, start 2. Dell, Hubbard, Chase Brown, Dobbins, Shakir.
I was looking at Shakir earlier because I was thinking about putting him on the booms, but man, he does not have a good matchup this week. I'm not completely out on Shakir because, of course, the targets and everything, but I don't think it's going to be like one of his biggest weeks.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
love any of these players. I'm just going to say that. It's just, I hate to say it, but just nobody stands out here.
I mean, I think Dell has to be one for me. I just got to gamble on the fact that, like, who else are they throwing it to? Dalton Schultz, Xavier Hutchinson, John Mechie. Like, right. I know it's the Jets, but the Jets this year, like, they're a good secondary, but they're not like stay away, run from the Jets type secondary this year. We've seen wide receivers have good games against the Jets, so I'm still going to go Dell. Do I go Dobbins here?
Yeah, for Dobbins at least he's getting all the touches in the backfield. It's not a great matchup, but it's not terrible. Probably Dell and Dobbins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree with that. Dell and Shakir, similar type players, but now because of circumstances, Dell is clearly the number one target in that offense. Shakir is, well, I guess he was the number one target last week, but he might not be this week. So let's go Dell and Dobbins. Andrew Gill, pick one. Come on. It's not even a question. Well, all right. If Love plays, I think it's still Love. If it's not, it's got to be Flacco.
Yeah.
It's probably not
exactly.
going to play.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Chicago.
I think you still got to go Minnesota's defense here. They get sacks. They force turnovers. Like Joe Flacco, yeah, he might throw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he also might take 5 sacks and turn the ball over twice.
Right. I think you can go Minnesota here. And Todd Palmer, pick one. Ooh, Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave?
I'm going Chris Olave here. Definitely going Chris Olave. I don't know. Maybe Derek Carr is going to come in and
sink him.
Sink him, but man, all signs pointing to a monster Chris Olave game.
Right. Yeah, I'm going Chris Olave too because it's not really a great spot for Garrett Wilson. I think you got to go Olave against the Panthers. Yeah. Kitchen DLZ. Full PPR. Should I hold on to Blake Corum, Tank Dell, Gus Edwards, Deontay Johnson?
I think you definitely have to hold on to Tank Dell. I think you still have to hold on to Deontay Johnson. You don't have to hold Blake Corum. You could, but you don't have to, and you definitely do not need to hold Gus Edwards.
No, you could have dropped Gus Edwards weeks ago, even before he got hurt. Any higher trade value? Well, I mean, Tank's trade value has definitely gone up. This might be a good time to trade Tank if you can get a really good player in return for him. Deontay, I don't know. It depends. And again, we talked about this a bit yesterday after he got moved to Baltimore. I think some people will interpret that as a good thing. Some people might see the fact he's, now splitting more targets. So I don't know. I think it's really just going to vary. All right, Tyler, I already put this quote. He paid to make sure that this was up there. Josh Allen never quit mid-game. All right. It's good to know. Nicked up. DJ Moore flex rest of the season or one of those.
I think it could be any of these guys week to week. I think it's going to come down a lot to matchup here. So I think any of these guys have flex value rest of the season.
Yeah, generally speaking, I would say DJ Moore should be at least a flex rest of the season. I don't think he's just going to be a bench player and that's it. But some weeks you might like Myers better. It's possible. Some weeks you might like Tillman better. So I think it could all be flexes. C. Hibbs. Terry, Javonte, J-Mo for Devontae Adams and Madison.
No, I'm not trading for Devontae Adams and Madison. I'm certainly not trading away Terry McLaurin. No, this is a big no. Big no. Unless you're getting sometimes people are like, I'm getting the Terry side. I mean, if you're getting the Terry side, take it.
Right. Look, the best player in this deal is Terry McLaurin right now. So either keep or take the Terry side. Lex Dad is 6-2, half PPR. Flex needs 1. Mooney, Tank, Bigsby, Ladd, Waddle, Rashad White.
Thinking half oh man. Ladd or Mooney? Mooney or Ladd?
I was feeling Mooney last week. I think I'm feeling Ladd this week. I mean, I know I am, but if it's a tough decision here, maybe I'll push you to the Ladd side.
Yeah, Ladd. Let's go Ladd.
Different league needs 1 receiver and 2 flex. Downs, Cook. Hopefully it's not Dalvin Cook. Madison, Harrison, Jaden Reed, Tank Bigsby.
All right, wide receiver is going to be, I guess, Downs. I'm going to flex. I'm assuming that's James Cook and not Dalvin. Please don't be Dalvin. I'm going to flex James Cook and Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, hopefully it's James Cook. If so, he's good to go. If not, then no. I agree. Harrison. Jaden Reed, not with Malik Willis at quarterback, assuming that's what happens. And then BJ Cool, love the show. Thank you. Full PPR, needs 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex. Got Lamb, London, Moore, Olave, and Pittman. And then running back got Monty, Connor, B-Rob, and Chase Brown.
All right, you got to go Lamb in London. I think you got to go Connor and Monty at running back, and you got to flex Olave, and I think beat Brian Robinson. Even in full PPR, I'm going to flex Brian Robinson. So Lamb, London, Connor, Monty, B-Rob, Olave in the flex.
Yeah, and I'm slightly tempted by Pittman because he gets Minnesota and Flacco in there, but B-Rob has got too good of a matchup here. So let's do that. Lock it in. All right, we're still catching up to Super Chats, so bear with us, guys. I do have to put Brad up because it's rare that we see UTSA avatar. There you go, UTSA. That's right here down the street, not literally. And that's where my wife graduated. Baker or Kyler?
I'm going Kyler. I know Baker's been great, but man, this is on the road against the Chiefs. Not sure this is going to be Baker's best game. I'll just go Kyler.
It's too tough a matchup for Baker. Yeah, you can finally sit Baker with no guilt. 95, what's up? Always doing well. So in both of my leagues, Kittle is on a bye. Yeah, all right. Okay, Hawk, now that he's back, or Ferg.
Definitely Ferg. Let's not put Hawkinson in our lineups just yet. I mean, I know he said he's in the best shape of his life, which is statistically impossible. But Ferguson has 2 healthy knees, not coming back from ACL. Let's go Ferguson.
Yeah, not going to start Hawkinson. Sure, you can stash him if you want, but definitely Ferg. And then full PPR list choices. because people are hoarding tight ends. Schultz, Jonnu Smith, Juwan Johnson, and Will Dissly.
I'm going Schultz here. Again, I know it's a tough matchup against the Jets. I get that, but they got to throw to somebody. And I don't feel good that Xavier Hutchinson, John Mechie are stepping up to take a bunch of targets this week. So give me Schultz.
Yeah. Dissly's been getting targets, but I mean, really, who has a better chance of getting a touchdown or kind of significant yardage? Probably still Schultz. So let's go Schultz.
And by the way, I just remembered I am completely disrespecting Robert Woods here by not listing him as one of the potential Texans wide receivers who could step up.
Are you though? It's well, I will talk about a Texans receiver who could step up in a video coming out in a couple days, but you'll have to hit the notification bell so you know when the videos pop up, and subscribe and like and all that if you haven't already. So make sure you do that. Like John Wickering got the membership here. Okay, so John's wanting to know now for this team who to start. Got Hurts, JT Cook, Irving, Bigsby, Chubb, and Stevenson. Lamb, Neighbors, D-Hop, McConkey, Otten, Kincaid, and 2 defenses.
All right. Otten at tight end. I think I still go Minnesota at defense.
Oh, actually, he did clarify down here 2, 1 flex, 1 tight end.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
All right.
It does help.
Otten at tight end. I think I still go Mini at defense. You got to go JT Cook at running back. You got to go Lamb, Neighbors at wide receiver. And then I'm going to flex Lad McConkey. Assuming it's PPR, which I think it is, if I remember. If it's non-PPR, I'll flex Stevenson.
These didn't say, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty easy. JT and Cook. I like Lamb, Neighbors in this case, and McConkey should boom. Oh, did we say defense? Did you say Minnesota defense or Philly defense?
I said Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota defense. Fine. All right, Daniel Hart. Ladder downs.
This is like Spider-Man meme. I think I'm going to go Downs. I'm going to go Downs this week. But, man, both these guys, I like them both, and they feel very, very close to me.
Yeah. These are 2 of the best flex options you could have. I'll slightly lean Downs, but I like them both. How about this? Just to throw somebody else in the mix, Dan DeVale, Reed, Downs, or McConkey.
Yeah, I'm going to just slightly go Downs again.
Yeah.
Some of these times I'm just going to have to say McConkey just so, it's like Downs does bust. At least we weren't like 100% Downs.
It's called hedging your bet.
Yes.
Nick Walker, trade Dobbins and Olave for. I hope that's James Cook, not Dalvin Cook or Brandon Cooks, but still, it seems like too much.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep Olave and Dobbins here.
Right. Juice, what's up? Devontae or Adams? Which Devontae and which Adams? No,
neither. Hard pass.
Actually, he does have a question here. Devontae or Waddle? That's what he meant.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. We'll say I was looking into it today. I was diving into the data. The Texans do give up a lot to the slot. And Adams is just a slot wide receiver these days. If you watch the start sit video, I said he's basically Wan'Dale Robinson in a green jersey. So,
ouch. Is he? Are most of his snaps now in the slot with the Jets?
Yeah, he's played almost half his snaps out of the slot with the Jets.
It's interesting.
And his ADOT is 6.6. Very, very Wan'Dale. People think like, oh, this guy's a clown calling him Wan'Dale Robinson, but those are very Wan'Dale Robinson numbers.
Right.
6.6 ADOT slot wide receiver. That is Wan'Dale Robinson. You don't have to like it. You can but it's true. I don't make this stuff up.
Well,
I
it's
make
probably
something.
a fair comp is JSN because JSN's more his stature and he's more like you think, oh, is big play, not like Wanda Robinson's, like a little guy. And JSN's A dot is not very high, and he also doesn't do a whole lot. Like, yeah, he'll catch a few passes, but he also plays primarily as he plays as a slot, I think more than Tyler Lockett still. But anyways.
Actually, I'm mistaken. Houston 20th against. Wait, hold on. I don't have it sorted right. Okay, Houston 17th against slot wide receivers. That's not great. I don't know what I was looking at today then. Waddle gets the Bears. How are the Bears against
Bills?
Slot? Oh, the Bills. That's right. What am I doing today? But Waddle doesn't play a lot. Waddle plays a bit more on the outside. Yeah, Houston's just kind of not really. Bills. I don't know. Just give me Waddle for some upside. That was a long time for that question. I apologize.
All right. I don't love either, so sure maybe they'll have to throw it a lot. They probably will have to throw it a lot. Let's go Waddle. And let's catch up here. Cade, Ingram or Njoku?
I guess if Brian Thomas is completely out, I probably got to go Ingram. But man, both I like both these guys this week. I like them both this week.
I think I'm going to go Ingram regardless because it's not a great spot for Njoku. Njoku's been great. I really think Ingram gets guaranteed 10 plus targets because Kirk is already out. So they're both good, but I like Ingram. And Thomas, flex 1, Leggett or Hawkinson?
And just give me Leggett. Again, Hawkinson probably going to be very, very limited this week. Play very few snaps. I mean, both these guys, you're hoping for a touchdown. Just at least Leggett will be on the field like a bunch of snaps. Give me Leggett.
Right. And it does say
a good matchup.
You could drop him for Tolbert, McMillan, Pop, D-Rob, or Judy. You like any of those guys better than Leggett?
I mean, yeah, I would probably take Tolbert or Judy or even McMillan. I probably have all of them but Pop probably. Although Drake May isn't out for the season. He's just got a concussion. So I might take all of them over Leggett, honestly.
All right. Well, there you go. Van G. Okay. I'm not sure why you have to trade one, but keep 3, trade 1. I mean, I guess I would trade Neighbors just because I want the other 3.
Yeah, you can't. I don't want to trade the other 3. Trade Neighbors.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you have to trade one, but won't question it. Jonathan Lee, 12-man, PPR. Hertz, Achan, Gibbs, AJB, Amari Kincaid, Brown, Commanders. Broncos. Warren, Jennings, Hunter Pierce. Okay. Question is trade Amari.
If you can, yeah, I think Amari is a great trade. I do not like. Maybe it'll change. I mean, maybe as the season goes on, it'll change. But man, we know Shakir is the slot guy. If Keon Coleman keeps emerging, what is Amari's role going to be? He's going to be the Gabe Davis / MVS role, that just take the top off the defense role. Yeah, if you can trade Amari, do it.
Yeah, you could use an upgrade at receiver. Your bench really is a lot of bench players. So yeah, you're probably just going to do 1-for-1, trade Amari for an equivalent type of receiver. I would just say Jennings might be very playable the rest of the way. I mean, more like as a flex as opposed to wide receiver 2, but keep some faith in him maybe. Tyler Trowbridge, gents. All right, hey, Jason or Keon Coleman?
I'm just going to go Coleman here. Coleman's been good the last 2 weeks. Got Josh Allen. I'm not JSN even without DK last week he was okay, but let's shoot for more than okay.
Right. Even I'm guy was out on this preseason and draft season. Coleman, a guy I was very in on and thought he could break out in JSN. I'm a realist. I see the stats. Let's just go Keon Coleman. Joe, trade T. Higgins for Downs.
Nah, I'm keeping T.
No, I wouldn't do this either. Cody Greenwood. Follow up. Start Cook over Brees and Olave over Sun God.
I can't do that. I can't do it. No.
It's funny you talk about Cook. I talk about Cook as a boom. I'm not sitting Brees. I know it's not a great matchup for Brees, but I'm not sitting Brees. So I understand this. It's tempting, but no. I mean, if you want to, sure. It's not like the worst, but Rusty Shackelford, JD5, Murray, Kyron, Achan, Ramondre, Pacheco, Jamar, Puka, Waddle, D. Smith, Hopkins, Otten, Hawk, Laporta. Why do you have 3 tight ends? What would you do with this team? Trade a tight end. What else?
Yeah, trade a tight end or 2. That would be my number 1. Kyron, Achan, Ramondre, Pacheco. That's solid. Jamar, Puka, Waddle, Devonta Smith. I mean, you're good. You're good here. See if you can move. See if you can trade Otten or Hawkinson right now. Like, people are all in on Hawkinson. Guy's coming off an ACL injury in January. Like this year. Like it's brutal. It's brutal for him. See if you can trade one of those guys.
Yep. I mean, you got good receivers, you got 2 stud running backs and a good third one. So you're good, but yeah, you don't need 3 tight ends. You don't. All right, this one, 4 corner games. Do not super chat. He says it should be fun. I trust you because of your name. So let's see. Oh, this is fun. We need to flex between Quentin Johnston, who hadn't even played the last couple weeks, Gabe Davis, who had an injury last week, Jerry Jeudy, who's Jerry Jeudy, and Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, let's go Jerry Jeudy here, I think. He's got Jameis. I know it's a tough matchup against the Chargers, but he's got Jameis Winston at least. Jalen McMillan's going against the Chiefs. And we got to remember, Jalen McMillan is a rookie who's barely played this year. Like, I know everybody went all crazy, like, oh, Evans and Godwin out. It's just Jalen McMillan time. It's like, yeah, but he's a rookie who's played very limited snaps this year because he missed time with injury. Like, and he's not, he's not Neighbors. He's not Marvin Harrison, who we've also seen, be up and down. He's not on the same level of those guys as far as a prospect goes. So QJ, I mean, who knows if he's even playing. Gabe Davis, not there. I'll just go Jeudy here and take whatever I get.
I'll take Jeudy too. McMillan, a horrible matchup. Not ready yet. Johnson's hurt. I don't even know if he's playing. Gabe Davis doesn't belong in fantasy rosters. So there you go. Frosty was offered Auden and Reed for McLaurin and Waddle. No.
I don't know. You were offered Auden Reed? Like, no, I'm keeping McLaurin and Waddle for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like he would be getting the Auden Reed side. That's a no. That is a no. Flip a tight end receiver. No, don't. All right, go ahead. I'll let you speak to this. Making a trade so that you can then trade. Oh, I'll get him, but then I'll trade him. Like,
yeah, which in theory is a great plan, but then you go send trade offers out and everybody declines you, and you're like, oh, whoops. Like, just like, sure, if you're taking a trade, like a trade that's good for you, like let's say it's like, I don't know, it was Auden and I don't know, Justin Jefferson. Okay. Then I'd be like, sure, take Justin Jefferson and see if you can flip the tight end for another wide receiver. And if you can't, oh well, you got Justin Jefferson. But here you're taking a worse offer in the hopes that you can make a trade to get it. Like, why even take, just keep the better side. Just keep the better players.
Yeah. No. So don't do this. Alvin Manu, welcome back. Laporta or Jordan Addison for the flex.
Jordan Addison has been so disappointing in two straight good matchups. I might just go Laporta and hope he scores.
Yeah, I was telling you about this beforehand. You were talking about Addison, this whole free 3 thing. It's kind of dumb. I guess he posted something, and then I don't know who, maybe it was his dad or somebody who posted this on social media again about how Jordan Addison is getting open 91% of the time, and they're like free 3. Like what does that mean? You want him to get traded? You want him to get more targets? You want him to not get arrested for speeding again? What is it? What is going on here? I don't know. Addison is a little worrisome. I think I would still put him over Laporta though. I think because it's a good matchup. It's the Colts.
I know, but he just had like 2 good matchups in a row.
This is true. I don't know. I don't mind Laporta though. Let's do a couple of. Let's just call it a lightning round. Here we go. Lightning round. Absolutely no thought required here. Just a little bit. Andrea, what's up, Andrea?
What's up?
Stroud or Flacco?
Oh man, I might just go Flacco. Stroud against the Jets, no weapons. Just go Flacco.
That's the right answer. It's Flacco. Bearded Yoshi, welcome back. Sutton or Tank Dell?
I'm gonna go Sutton. Gets the Ravens this week. Let's go Sutton.
Yeah, I do like Sutton. Great matchup. So go Sutton again. And then round Betty. Flex, Dowdle, Bucky, or Tillman?
Just go Tillman. Just go Tillman here. You can't start Dowdle. Bucky against the Chiefs. Just go Tillman.
Yeah, go Tillman. Shoot for some upside. Hope for a touchdown. All right. We're all catching up with super chats. If you did super chat anytime almost in the past hour, don't worry. We're getting there. Just got a lot of questions midweek because waivers and trades and all that going on. Quick reminder, if we didn't get to your question and it was not a super chat, because we answer all of those, we have an app. It's called Draft Lane. You can get it for free. Download it from the App Store, the Google Play Store. It's a way to ask your questions. We will answer them. It's the two of us. We get your question, we see it, we respond back, and we give you customized feedback. So it's really cool. And if you are on Yahoo or Sleeper, you can sync your league with the app, and we can see your roster. We can see your waiver wire. We can see your opponent's rosters if you use the trade option there. So a lot of cool features. If you haven't tried it out, I highly recommend it. So just want to put that out there. But let's get to Cordarius Kidd. What's up?
All right.
Needs help bad. It's a must win in week 9. Who should I start? Adams, Reed, Cooper, or Tillman in standard?
Needs 2? Needs 2 of these, he's saying.
Well, 2 of those? He says Montgomery is in my flex. Does that mean like he needs a second one because he is already flexing Monty? Or
maybe I don't know. Well, definitely flex Monty. I think Reed will be my number 1 here, and Tillman will be my number 2.
And is the Reed pick dependent on Jordan Love playing or no?
I mean, I get, but I don't. In standard scoring, I don't really want to start Adams. Cooper's just like Cooper, very boomer, but I'd probably just go Reed and Tillman regardless.
All right,
with or without Love.
Just wondering. Yeah, I mean, you're looking for a touchdown. So, all right, Reed is the first choice. If you happen to need 2 of these guys, then I guess Tillman's the second one. Trayshawn Tyson in the 10-man PPR, Auden or Njoku?
I think he'd probably have to go Auden.
Is it I don't know the numbers offhand. I know Njoku they get the Chargers, which is a good defense overall. Are they as tough on tight ends specifically? Is what I want to know. I know they're pretty good against
No,
receivers.
they're kind of middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack. But Otten's going to get so many targets.
So many targets.
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess Otten's been such a role. We just have to keep going with Otten. Let's just go Otten. Flowers or Dell?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go Dell. I'm gonna go Dell.
Two tough ones.
Yeah, Surtain is just too tough.
Like I said, most of the time this will be
Yeah.
Flowers, but this week it'll be Dell until Nico comes back. It's the target share. Hustle Kings. All right, Flowers or Shakir? That low in Flowers?
Yeah, I'm just going to go Shakir. Shakir gets the targets. Yeah, I'm just going to go Shakir. Got to really be nervous about Flowers.
All right, Shakir it is. And then Ivan Raboyar trade. I'm on Raw for CD.
Sure.
I mean,
stud for stud. Yeah, like maybe CD will be slightly better. Maybe a Monreal will be slightly better. Maybe they'll be very close. This is very... Yeah, sure.
Yeah, close. Both studs, but I would say I prefer CD, especially what we've seen the last couple of weeks. Nobody basically doing anything in that offense except for CD. He's just going to have to give it to him 15 times a game. Sure. I'll say CD Lamb over pretty much anyone except for maybe Justin Jefferson right now. Derek Zhang, 10-teamer, Dell or Ramondre in half PPR.
Let's just go Ramondre in half PPR. And it's a tough matchup for Ramondre, but he could score. He catches some passes. He gets pretty much all the run there. He's healthy. Let's just go Ramondre in half.
Yeah, if it was full, I might say Dell, but in half, I think I can go Ramondre as well. I like Ramondre. I think Ramondre sold. There's a good buy low window on him right now. Juan Castellanos offered Derrick Henry and George Pickens for JJ and Chase Brown.
I mean, in a vacuum, I want the Henry Pickens side because Pickens is I just prefer Pickens over Chase Brown by a lot.
Right.
But I think this comes down to your team. Like if you're already really strong at running back, like there's a lot of teams this year that have that started Breece Hall, Saquon Barkley, and then got Joe Mixon in like round 6. You know what I mean? Or like they got Alvin Kamara in round 6 or something like that. And it's like, okay, does Derrick Henry ever even, what does Derrick Henry improve that running back room? No. Then I just keep the JJ side. But if on the flip side, if you went Justin Jefferson in round 1, and then maybe you went, I don't know. I mean, Evans I know is hurt, but maybe you went Evans in round 2, but maybe you're really good at wide receiver and you need running back help, then I'll take the Henry side.
Yeah, this feels close on both sides. I know what you're saying, but man, I heard Derrick. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you have two good enough running backs, then I probably would just say I want the JJ side. Like, I guess that's what depends. Brandon Ahmed starts at 1, quarterback 2, tight end 2 flex. Okay, probably should go with Josh Allen. What about Dobbins, Tracy, B-Rob, Tank Bigsby, 2 running backs.
Let's say B-Rob is number 1. I think Tracy's going to be number 2 for me if he plays on the other side there. Dobbins will be 3 if Tracy is out.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, you need 2 of these guys. It's going to be Kupp number 1, BTJ 2 if he plays, and then I'll probably go Myers number 3. We need 2 flexes.
Well, we only start 2 receivers, so
I know, but BTJ, I was saying
Myers and then 1 more flex.
Well, but what if BTJ doesn't play?
Yeah, Well, then
That's
we
the
need to
thing.
dig
Like, what if
deeper.
BTJ doesn't play? What if Tracy doesn't play?
If Tracy doesn't play, we just swap Dobbins for him, right?
Yes, but then we need 4 of these wide receivers. So it would be BTJ, Cup, Myers, Coleman. But then I'm debating, like, if Tracy plays, do I want to put Dobbins in over one of those guys? Probably not in PPR.
Probably not. I don't think it's going to be necessarily a big Dobbins week. I mean, when you get down to like Addison and Coleman, kind of touchdown needy guys, then maybe you can go Dobbins to be a little bit safer. Kraft or Kincaid?
I'm just going to go Kraft. Unless it's Malik Willis, then I guess I'll go Kincaid.
All right. Hopefully got all that, Brandon. A lot of ifs, ands, or maybes. It's Wednesday. It happens. Tony Thomas, 12-team PPR, needs 2 receivers in the flex. Harrison, Devontae Adams, Mooney, Jason, Ramondre.
All right. Harrison and Mooney are going to be my wide receivers, and Stevenson will be my flex.
That's exactly what I was thinking. There you go. And all right, he's back. The Terminator's here. Chris and Pierre. Who should I flex? Tay or Tillman?
Yeah, I'm not feeling Adams either. This is a tough spot for Tillman, though. I mean, I'm gonna go Tillman and just shoot for the big game. I mean, Adams could certainly outscore Tillman if like Tillman completely busts this week, because Adams will get you something, but I mean, I don't think Tillman's going to be an outright like 0, so I'll just go for Tillman.
Yeah, I'm fine. Look, not feeling Adams, not feeling him either. So I think Tillman's fine. All right, John Wickring, sorry, saying I'll only ask questions from teams you paid money to get into. I mean, you can ask questions about any team you want.
Right.
So either way, I mean, you're free to ask whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so he's again talking about the week 14. So we did kind of talk about this already, but yeah, I don't. Look, we always kind of have a policy. You don't trade or make moves just for a bye week, but also especially if it's a guy like JT. Like, it's annoying, but surely you should have at least a running back that's playable for week 14. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I doubt that. Let's go to Sebastian Ponce. Moore and JSN for Brooks and Olave.
I'm doing this just to get Olave. I don't know, like Brooks, even if Brooks at some point is the RB1 in Carolina, how excited are we going to be for Jonathan Brooks? But give me Olave. This is just a massive wide receiver upgrade.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Brooks, whatever. Who knows if Brooks is going to play now? Just a disaster there. Yeah, I would do this to get Olave if that's the side you're getting. King J. Is Daniels for Pacheco stupid? Quarterback for an injured running back.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it depends on who your other quarterback option would be. Like if you're trading away Daniels and now you got to roll out, Derek Carr or somebody like that because everybody's hoarding QBs, then yeah, I'm not doing this. But like if you have Jordan Love, if you have Kyler Murray, because a lot of people, like maybe there's not a lot of Jordan Love JD teams, but there's a lot of like Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels teams, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels teams, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels teams, Kyler Murray, Jaden Daniels teams, because they were so far apart where they were drafted. If you got one of those guys, sure, just get Pacheco.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And then it says Hill for Worthy and BTJ.
I want Hill. Give me Tyreek Hill still. I know he wasn't great last week. I'm not ready to pull the plug on Tyreek Hill just yet.
No. Definitely, if you have Hill, keep Hill. Assuming that's what that means. I'm trying to read John's question. He's saying JT or Stevenson. It's It's JT, right?
Well, I think because he said no. I think his question was like JT or Stevenson.
Yeah, if you're asking like, okay, because he's saying offer Stevenson Kincaid instead of JT and Kincaid, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's better, but I'm trying to remember what the other side. It was like Tracy and who was he getting? He was getting Tracy and was it Ingram?
Yeah, it was Ingram and Tracy. You're right. Yeah,
I might do that. I mean, I prefer Stevenson to Tracy still, but I certainly prefer Ingram to Kincaid. That's for sure. That one I might do if you're worried about week 14. But remember, like this is the other thing about, like it's good you're thinking ahead. Like that's good to be thinking ahead. But I've done trades in the past where, like, let's say in my home league where I'm 7-0 or 6-1, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be in the playoffs. I've tried to make trades where it's like, ooh, this guy has a great playoff schedule, and then that guy gets hurt, doesn't even play in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
right.
So
yeah,
there's no guarantee. Like there's no guarantee if you get Tracy is even A, the workhorse running back in the playoffs, and B is even healthy for the playoffs. So
right. Yeah, that's the danger of trading too far ahead, looking too far ahead and making trades. Every week, so much changes in the NFL. So, I mean, that's fine. I think Stevenson and Kincaid for Ingram and Tracy is doable. It's doable.
Yeah, I think it's doable.
But also, you got to realize week 14, which is really stupid or annoying, there's 6 teams on bye. Whoever you're playing in week 14 probably is going to have guys on bye too. You know, good players. They might not have Derrick Henry. And so, yeah, don't worry too much about it.
Yeah, just
all right.
Stop.
73 Chevy.
Tell your league no more week 14 playoffs.
Right.
That's the real solution here.
Have these guys. Bench is Jacoby Dobbs, Hubbard. Any changes here?
C. Downs, Cook, Jacobs, and Njoku Swift to the flex. Jacoby Dobbs, Hubbard, Irving. I don't think so.
No. I think your lineup is good here. Yeah, Hubbard's tough to start. You got good enough players already. I don't think you have to start anybody here. And I don't think anybody here is even questionable. So you're good. Croza. Desperate. Start one. Etienne, who Doug Peterson said kind of good things about being available for whatever that's worth. McLaughlin, Ray Davis, Braylon Allen, or somebody off waiver wire.
Nah, I don't know who would be on waiver wire if you got these guys rostered. I'm guessing not anybody. Like I'm guessing Tyron Tracy is not just sitting on the waiver wire. So
right.
I'll just go Etienne if he plays, because even if Bigsby remains the early down back, Etienne will still be like the third down pass catching back. And on the road against the Eagles, this could be a game where the Jags, I mean, every game for the Jags, they're throwing the ball a ton because they're losing. So this could be one of those games where Etienne catches 4, 5, 6 passes and at least gives you something.
Yeah, I think Etienne would make the most sense here, assuming he plays. He might have to touch the ball more because of the injuries. So just go with Etienne. Sloth. What's up? Kraft with no love or Hawkinson.
Yeah, I'm still going to go Kraft. I'm going to pretty much say no to Hawkinson every single, like, again, he's coming off ACL that he suffered in January. It hasn't even been a year yet. They're not, and this isn't like Nick. I mean, look at Nick Chubb. I know Nick Chubb's a running back, but look at the 2 games Nick Chubb. Okay, he got you that touchdown in the first game because the Browns were like, we are going to get Nick Chubb a touchdown this week. Like they were like, no, whatever we have to do, we're getting Nick Chubb a touchdown. But then what happened last week when they didn't force him a touchdown? He got you nothing. And he's probably going to continue to get you nothing for a while here because it's just hard. It's like, this is a devastating knee injury for people who have to like run fast and cut fast. It's just devastating. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Kraft.
Yeah, there's no need to rush Hawkinson into your lineup, basically. Kraft could still score a touchdown, even Malik Willis. I mean, he wasn't that bad, really, when he played. So let's see. Christian Pedroso is next. Thank you for the super chat. I don't see a comment. I've been looking, so I'm going to keep looking. And just like that, you found it. Down bad, a receiver after injuries, but Reed, Sutton, Waddle, Downs, D Hop, Tillman, and Chubb, 2 receivers and a flex. Well, that's not too bad.
Nah, actually, that reminds me of a comment I saw on our channel. He said the 4 receivers he drafted. I don't remember who they were, but they're all hurt or out for the season. And he's like, so this week I'm starting the guy sitting row 19, seat 4, who's been drinking all night as my wide receiver. I was like, that's pretty funny. At least he's taking it in stride that his whole wide receiver room is decimated.
There you go.
Because we're in the upside down, and wide receivers can't stay healthy this year, and running backs cannot stop mashing. They just mash every week. 30-year-old running back doesn't even matter. Just give him 30 touches. 30 touches, he will mash and be totally fine. Not even nicked up after the game. He's like, I could play another game right now. Let's go. Wide receivers are like, ooh, my hammy. I'm 25 years old, but my hammy is gone. My hammy's gone. All right. What do we need here? Need 2 receivers and a flex. Sutton, Downs. I don't know if I can go D-Hopper. I might just go Reed here. Sutton, Downs, Reed. He does get the Lions. They do give him like end arounds and jet sweeps. He's one of those guys that can like shake a tackle and go to the house. Sutton, Downs, Reed.
Yeah, Sutton, Downs. Like saying, I don't feel great about Waddle. D-Hop, maybe. I think I might be tempted to try D-Hop, but Reed is probably a little safer. So let's go Reed, Sutton, and Downs. Ian, yes, you're right, Boomer. We're working on it, working on the chart. Where does Robert Woods fall on the dust chart? I mean, he's not Zeke level. I know that.
I don't even know. I mean, Robert Woods, how is he, like 33 years old now? 32. And he's had an ACL surgery. He's got to be top 5.
Yeah, I legit did not know he was still on the Texans.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
I thought they just let him go. Sorry. Let's go on
he's ready to step up.
Maybe he might need to. Let's see. Needs 2 and a flex. Achane, Brees, Connor Hunt, Javonte Puka, London, Garrett Wilson, BTJ, Cup, and Cooper. And of course, you got Puka off of waivers. Nice.
All right. 2 running backs are going to be Achane and Brees. 2 wide receivers are going to be London and Puka. It's full PPR. I'm going to flex Cup. Achane, Brees, Puka, London, Cup.
You got to start Puka. There's no question. Oh, man. Achane and Brees, yeah, I got to start those guys. London, Puka, London. Yeah, I guess Cup. Rams don't have a bad matchup. All right. Brado Blends. Would you trade Cup and Hubbard for Swift and Pickens?
I don't think so. I mean, I like the Chuba to Swift upgrade, but I prefer Cup over Pickens. I don't know. I guess I will say it probably comes. I guess it comes down to team makeup. Like, if Cup is your wide receiver 4 or something, and Chuba is your RB2, and now your RB2 is going to be Swift, and then Pickens will be your wide receiver 4, I think that makes your team better. But like, if Cup is your every week wide receiver 2, and Chuba's like your running back 3 or 4, I don't think this makes your team better.
Yeah, I think Cup is the player you probably want the most here. I like moving on from Hubbard now. This is a good time to get what you can from him. And It's not even that this is an unfair deal, but yeah, so I feel like you can get more for Cup. Maybe it'll take another week. Who knows? I mean, I guess we really need to see Cup have a big game because he scored, but he didn't have a big game last week. It was all Puka, right? So maybe just wait, and Cup's value goes up. Dion, good evening. Kirk Cousins or Matt Stafford?
Yeah, it's close. I think these guys are close, but I'm gonna give Cousins the slight edge against that Cowboys defense.
Right. This is very close. Not because you got the stack. I mean, that's
right.
I guess could be a bonus if you want to, but yeah, like Cousins has just been so solid. Pablo 6-2, but QB issues: Tua, Bo Nix, or Matt. All right, well, let's go this week, and then we'll talk the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's Stafford for me this week, and if I had to, like, if it was like, this is it, this is the last waiver move you can make for the year, then it would be Stafford rest of the season. But really, it's stream.
Yeah, you don't have to pick one rest of the season. If I had to, I guess it would be Stafford. This week, I'll go Stafford. Do you have all three of these quarterbacks? Or are you picking one up? That's my question. I'm hoping you're just picking one up.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
All right. And if that's the case, then you don't have to worry rest of the season. You just switch them out. All right. Vinny's got a quarterback dilemma here. What's up, Vinny? Murray or Darnold, or he can pick up Carr or Cousins.
I might go Cousins over Murray this week. So if you have Murray and Darnold, I would drop Darnold. I'm not dropping Kyler. I would drop Darnold and pick up Cousins, and I would roll Cousins over Kyler this week.
Right. I do like Cousins the best this week. Yeah, you don't need to hold on to Darnold. Ginyu Force traded Waddle for Swift. All right, what do you think about that?
I think it's okay. I mean, again, I think this is pretty fair based on need. So if you needed a running back, you had Tank, Breece Hall, Tracy, Swift, Mooney, Cup, Neighbors, Downs, London. You didn't really need anything. You were pretty good at both. I think it's fair.
It is fair now. Early in the season, they said no way, but I think Waddle, will have better days, but still going to be somewhat boom bust. Swift is looking really good. That's the thing. Swift has been great. So I think the running back just might be more valuable. 1 QB, Baker or Tua?
I gotta go Baker this week. Tua on the road against the Bills. No, thank you.
Yeah, both in horrible matchups, just to be honest. But I guess Baker has some rushing upside. And 2 running backs here. Breece, got to go Breece and Swift, right?
Yeah, Breece and Swift.
2 receivers.
Neighbors in London with Cup and Downs as a flex.
Yeah, you're going to flex those receivers. There you go. All right, Matthew Rodriguez has apparently an emergency at quarterback. Darnold or Mahomes?
I'm going to go Mahomes this week at home against the Bucs.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of that matchup. I'm not sure why that was an emergency, but Leo Hilo is back 3-5. Mahomes or Caleb Williams? I think we already say Mahomes. Is this different?
Yeah, Mahomes.
Maybe it is. All right, Sutton, Mitchell, Hill, Delworthy. Yeah, I feel like we did this because I was admiring the fact that you've been stashing Mike Williams.
Yeah, I remember that.
Packers, Patriots. I don't remember that.
Yeah, okay. Mahomes, Hill, and Sutton at wide receiver. Kyron JT at running back. I probably flex Tracy if he plays. Otherwise, Dell. Patriots get the Titans. I'll just go Patriots. Patriots defense.
Yeah, I don't think you can trust the Packers defense against the Lions. Lions and putting up massive points. So don't love the Patriots on defense, but this week, probably the better pick. Jordan Olson, Okay. Interesting. Bought low on Jaden Reed. Okay. And then sold him for Rashad White, Xavier Hutchinson, and Kamani Vidal. It's a 14-teamer. Getting a little deep there. I don't know. Is this a 3-player platter?
Yeah, this is definitely, Hutchinson and Vidal. I mean, Rashad White's okay. And I know I'm saying I'm trying to get out from Jaden Reed, but I don't know if Rashad White's the guy I want.
Right. You got definitely quantity here over quality. Well, hey, who knows? We'll see. I mean, Rashad White is definitely playable on a 14-teamer now, especially. Just Hutchinson, who knows? I mean, Hutchinson has had a chance for the last 2-3 weeks. Nico's been out, so anyways. Overall, still looking good though, right? Gibbs, Monty. We still have a lot of lines. DK, Ferg, Reed. All right. Well, hopefully one of those guys can come through for you. All right, Cody. Last question. Stafford over Kyler.
Yeah, I might go Stafford this week. I like him enough. I might go Stafford.
Yeah, I do like Stafford. Let's do that. I do like Flacco's advice. Hit the like button. Yes, definitely. And we got a new member, Joe Gundrum. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And Joe, if you did put any questions down, we'll put them up. All right, but the next one that we definitely have to get to is going to be Civic 97. Marvin Harrison, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers, Josh Downs, Jaden Reed, Xavier Worthy. Start 3.
I'm going to go Harrison, Downs, and Sutton. Those are the guys I like this week. Reed, risky with probably Malik Willis. Worthy, always risky. Zay with Sertan. Harrison, Sutton, Downs.
Yeah, I think Downs and Sutton are my 2 favorite here, and I guess I'm going to go Harrison barely over Reed. Yeah. There you go. Let's see. Austin, Will Height. 8-man league has Kyler, Brees, Kyron, AJ Brown, Cup, Ingram, need to flex, Hopkins, Cooper, Monty, Downs, James Conner. Yeah, definitely needs a win here, right? 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and 1 flex.
All right. Yeah, Brees and Kyron for sure. AJ Cup for sure. Ingram at tight end needs a flex. Hopkins, Cooper, Monty, Downs. Ooh, Monty or Connor or Downs? Oh, man. Man. I think in PPR, I got to go Downs. Oh, Downs. Oh, Josh Downs. Please come through this week. I mean, you need a win. You can't be playing it safe with like Connor or Monty.
Yeah, I mean, Monty is always solid. But again, this is an 8-team league. You have really good players. It's just you're going against teams that also have a lot of really good players. Yeah, just shoot for the upside of Downs because it is PPR. Yeah, it's PPR. All right, Downs it is. Let's go Downs. Cordarius Kid got Downs. He said, thank you for saying that, by the way, so I don't have to scroll back.
Yeah.
He said, Reed and Tillman, who was swapping out for Downs?
I'm swapping Tillman out for Downs.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Another chance to say yes on Downs. David, Bashad, Downs or James Conner?
I mean, I just said Downs over Connor. I do really like Connor this week. Bears not a terrible run defense, but yeah. I mean, if it's PPR, Downs. If it's non-PPR, then I'll go Connor. I have to hedge some kind of Downs here. Otherwise, it's just like,
yeah.
If I'm watching Red Zone on Sunday and they're like, okay, we're gonna go out. We're going out to, I don't know. Are they in Indy or are they in whoever they're playing?
I think they're
they're in Minnesota. Okay, back to Minnesota. Surprisingly, the Colts, it's the 3rd quarter and they still haven't scored a touchdown. Flacco back to pass. Oh no, another interception for Flacco. I'm just gonna be like, okay, peace out, everybody. It was fun.
I put 2 Colts on the Boom video. I'm like way all in. I'm head to toe. I'm all in on the Colts this week. So yeah, I hope so. Can't back out now. Go Downs. Clint White. I like the question. Traded Najee and Shakir for Mike Evans and Tracy. Did he cook?
Yeah, you cooked. Just for getting Mike Evans, you cooked.
Yeah. Again, Tracy is a throw-in. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Ethan Struby. No need to apologize. Deflex did mean anybody. It sounds like.
Yes, you can. Yeah, Ertz has been like so. Like I don't think people realize how good Ertz has been this year because he's not really scoring touchdowns, but he's just been solid every week. Pretty much not every week, but most weeks at tight end. Right now, Zach Ertz with 1 touchdown on the season is. Oh, come on, ESPN. That's not 2024 season. Hold on. He's doing well. I'm going to pull it up here, but ESPN, as usual, wet in the bed.
Actually, no. Are you just looking for like total points on the season?
Yeah, I'm just looking where he ranks among tight ends. He's a tight end 9. He's a tight end 9 right now with 1 touchdown.
And that's full PPR?
Yeah. With 1 touchdown, he's just been solid like almost every week. He doesn't like, no, you're not going to be like, oh, Zach Ertz, but you're also not going to be like, oh, why did I start Zach Ertz? You're just going to, you're not really going to notice him, and that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, he's getting you points. That's the thing. And he's not, you got to realize he's not doing it on the strength of a 2 touchdown or a 3 touchdown game. He's not doing it on the strength of any touchdowns. What, 1, I think?
Yep, 1.
So, anyways, okay. So he's saying if I sell Njoku / wide receiver or running back for CMC and Waddle, I mean, yes, do it. Is D-Rob irrelevant now? Actually, no. I put him on the waiver wire video last week, and that was actually you suggested that, Chris. You think he might have more value now with Kupp and Puka back?
Yeah, I don't think he's irrelevant, but I mean, if flex really did mean anybody, then just pick somebody and get CMC and Waddle.
I mean, if you're asking because it could be like, okay, Njoku and Robinson for CMC and Waddle. That's absurd. That's absurd that somebody would take that.
Right.
Just yeah. Well, no, don't let them pick. You pick, but whatever it is, do it. Do it. Unless it was maybe Walker. I think it was the only one. All right, good news here. Jordan Olsen got it wrong. He got Reed for those 3 players.
Okay, good.
That's good. I thought you were saying you bought low and Reed, and then you got those 3. That's the way I interpreted it, but I'm wrong. So good on you. Good on you. Well done. Zymalik, Puka and Tracy, or Higgins for Bijan. Too much. If it's Puka and Higgins, I think that's too much.
Yeah, Puka Higgins definitely too much. Puka Tracy. Again, I'm gonna say it comes down to team need here. If you're stacked at wide receiver and you need running back help, then I think it's fine. But if you're already strong at running back, like Bijan doesn't necessarily help you. I mean, of course, you probably don't have like 2 or 3 running backs better than Bijan, but like if you have, I mean, look, a lot of teams honestly started like, well, you have Bijan, but a lot of like maybe you got Derrick Henry in round 2, and then you got Mixon or Kamara later, and it's like, okay, like, are you really going to start Bijan? Then I just keep Puka and Tracy.
It's hard to sell Puka after what we saw last week. Again, he's probably not going to get a 41% target share every week going forward, but and he's definitely not going to get the Vikings every week. So I was a smash spot. We can't pretend it wasn't. Puka and Higgins is too much. Puka and Tracy, I guess, if you were bad at running back is what I would say. Or just crazy stacked at receiver. Okay, we got some maybe some trouble brewing here. Boomer, do you know this, Sir Boomer? We have another Boomer, old Keto Boomer.
Oh no! Oh boy!
Competition.
Oh boy! Okay. All right.
Let's see. All right, but let's see. Dobbins or Hunt in half?
I think I'm gonna go Hunt this week. It's the Bucks at home. Give me Hunt.
Yeah, like Hunt. Don't love Dobbins this week. Still startable, but gotta go Hunt. Manny Calderon digs out. Torn between Hawkinson and Adams. What, like it's a flex? Not Hawkinson.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go Adams. This might be one of the few times I say yes to Adams. Just give me Adams.
Right. Okay. Joe Gundrum. Here we go. Joe got the membership earlier. Here's the question. 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, full PPR. Hurts, Cousins, Tracy Dobbins, Pollard, Bigsby, AJ Brown, Deontay Johnson, London, St. Brown, Ingram Bowers. Oh, I switched the S there.
All right, you got to go Hurts at QB.
Yeah.
2 running backs will be Pollard and Tracy if he plays. Otherwise, Pollard, Dobbins. 2 wide receivers will be AJ Brown and London. You can't flex one of those guys? I guess AJ Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown? You don't have a flex? That's annoying.
Yeah, I don't see anything about a flex. Wow.
All right. I guess AJ Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then Bowers. I think you still got to go Bowers at tight end.
Yeah, I think so. All right. There you go. Man, only 2-2 and no flex. That's shallow. Right now, Jordan Olson also wants to know, is Lazard irrelevant?
Yeah.
You drop Lazard over the
He's not even playing tomorrow night, so yeah, I don't know. Pick up, I don't know, Franklin or Palmer. Maybe Palmer.
Yeah. Drop one. I'd just drop Lazard. You can drop Lazard. I think it's fine.
Yeah, you can definitely drop Lazard.
Good news here. Boomers stick together. That's how
nice.
Still running the world. Yeah. Thankfully,
that is true.
Taken over yet. Let's see. Oh, he did say there is one flex. I guess just didn't.
Okay, then start. There you go. Start Drake London at the flex.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. Good news. Johnny Donuts has entered the chat. Deontay Johnson, Parker Washington.
I did pick up Parker Washington in a couple leagues.
Yeah.
I think I would go Parker Washington. He's going to get that Christian Kirk role. Like Deontay Johnson, too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, I mean, rest of the season, you're just going to roll Deontay Johnson. But this week, right. the concern is Deontay Johnson does what Devontae Adams did in week 1 with his new team. You know, what receivers are doing when they first come on. Not much. Just not going to see the field enough. So why not go Parker Washington? Glenn Marlett got Purdy on bye in first. Pick up Flacco, Carr, Herbert, Winston, T-Law.
T-Law is actually interesting because they have to throw the ball so much, but probably should go Flacco here.
Yeah, I'm not doing T-Law. I mean, to who? Like, if BTJ doesn't play for, like, I don't even know if I want to play him in a super flex league. But the answer is still Flacco. It's Flacco. It just is. Let's see. I'll make sure I didn't skip anybody here. By the way, we are, I think we're caught up on super chats for the time being. We're going to get to some other ones. Also, good time to remind anybody who didn't hear earlier about Underdog. Underdog still got that new customer special. If you haven't tried it yet, I know we got a lot of new viewers here. We had a lot this week. We appreciate everybody who's jumping on here, new members. So we do partner with Underdog. It's the best site to go for your pick'ems, NFL picks, not just NFL, any sport, NBA, NHL, whatnot. If you sign up for the very first time on Underdog, you get a free pick here. It's CJ Stroud. Take the higher in 0.5 total yards. That's right. He gets a yard. You win the pick, and you combine that with any other pick. And as you probably know from our videos, we tell you some of our favorite picks that we like from each game. So try this now if you haven't already. But when you check out for the very first time on Underdog, just use code NGAME because it gets you the free pick, and this will get you up to $1,000 of bonus cash for your very first deposit. So try it if you haven't yet. All right, let's do a few more here. Try to get some players we haven't. This was an interesting. Okay. What do you think about this one? Rich M. Trade Sun God or Puka for Hall to get Brees.
Yeah, I think it comes down, like, if you need Brees Hall, I mean, you have Sun God and Puka, so I'm guessing you're probably pretty stacked at wide receiver. If running back is not a strength of your team, yeah, give me Hall. I mean, I'd probably prefer to give up Puka for Hall if I had the choice. But yeah, if you need running back help, get Brees Hall.
I mean, it's fair. Stud receiver for stud running back. So if this helps your team, yeah, you can do it. Okay, Ethan, now I'm just not sure if you're just trolling at this point. Come on. Is this real? And are you really asking me? You're saying you got CMC and Waddle for Njoku and Dowdle. Come on.
I mean, even if tomorrow Kyle Shanahan was like, oh man, CMC had a setback, he's out for the year, I think you still win this trade.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to believe this is legit. Not that I doubt you, Ethan. You've been on here a while. You chatted many times before, so it's not about you. Yeah. What are you worried about? I guess is my question here. What? All right. No Trippy Tay. What is up? Would you trade, another CMC question, CMC for Mixon and Pickens?
Yeah, see, I might just do this because Mixon has been so good. You don't have to worry about CMC. And then you also get Pickens thrown in. I would just take Mixon and Pickens.
That's actually a reasonable trade with CMC. Sure, why not? Got Henry Jacobs. Oh, you're already good. Got two good running backs. Couple Lazard. Oh, yeah, you need help at receiver. So do it. Yeah, why not do it? Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to read what these comments say. Okay. Access MIA. Drop Charbonnet for Dowdle.
I don't think so. I think I just hold Charbonnet. At least we know, like, if Kenneth Walker goes down, Charbonnet is going to be the guy. What Dowdle? Now he's got Dalvin Cook to compete with. Like, nah, just keep Charbonnet.
I'm not sure what the appeal is for Dowdle in this offense. No, I'd rather have the high-end handcuff here. Just keep Charbonnet. Wesley Gleason, trade. I get Kupp and Pollard. He gets Chubb, Tank Dell, and BTJ.
I mean, yeah, give me the Kupp Pollard side here for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, those are three startable players on the other side, but yeah, Chubb is not going to be vintage Chubb. Tank Dell, pretty soon is going to take a step back behind Nico. BTJ is very good, but I'd rather have Kupp. So, yep. Do that trade. John V. Someone offered you Deontay for Tillman right now. Would you take it?
I would take Deontay. I don't know. Yeah, I would take Deontay.
I think so. Look, again, I feel like this is another sign. I feel like Tillman's getting a little too hyped for some reason. And somebody, I think it was Brian earlier, said something like blame Matt Harmon. I guess he posted something. I didn't see it when we follow Matt Harmon, but I didn't see he's, hyping him up.
I don't think that. I mean, I don't know if that's why, because I don't think a lot of people follow Matt Harmon. Now, I will say, like, I did like Tillman is a prospect. But again, I think I went over this the other day. Like if you look at this Chargers this week, that's terrible. Okay, Saints next week, that's great. You're going to start them for sure. Steelers, that's terrible. Broncos, that's full of void. Steelers again, terrible. Chiefs, terrible. Bengals, okay. Dolphins, their secondary's been looking a lot better. Like that is there's one good matchup in there, and that's the Saints. Like a lot of tough matchups for Tillman. So yeah, maybe he can come through even in these tough matchups. Maybe it won't matter, but give me Deontay on the Ravens.
Agree. Take the guy on the better offense is usually a good rule of thumb when it's close. Civic 97, Bo Nix or Tua?
Got to go Bo Nix this week. Tua on the road in Buffalo. He's close to an avoid for me. In one QB, he's an avoid for sure for me.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be here, but maybe this week only, I'll go Bo Nix over Tua. Carl Williams is back. Hello. Re-rate me with
okay.
Coveted 10 if warranted. Oh, he's asking for a 10.
Okay.
I would give any team a 10.
You got it. I mean, it'd be very hard to get a 10.
I don't think we it's like the teachers. There's some teachers who like just refuse to give anybody an A just on principle. Like it can never be perfect. Nobody can get 100. Like I think that's ridiculous and stupid. And I'm a teacher, so if it's warranted, we would give out a 10. But it better really be a 10. All right, make my lineup for the week: 1 quarterback, 3 receiver, 2 running back, a tight end, and 2 flex. Here it is. Murray, Love, AJ Brown, London, DJ, MHJ, Addison, T, Watson, Kyron, Connor, Mostert, Dowdle, Charbs, Rashawn, Kraft, Goddard, Pacheco. Okay. I don't think it's a 10.
Yeah, like a 10. A 10 would be like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown at wide receiver, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, like Kyron Williams at running back. Like that's a 10, right? Like, okay, you're just like, you have all the best players. You win. All right. Murray, Love, AJ Brown, London, DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Addison. That's good wide receiver room. Kyron, Connor, Mostert, Dowdle, Sharp. It's a acceptable running back room. Kraft, Goddard. Okay. Pacheco on IR. Did he say how many teams is this? Did he say if it's a 10 or 12 teamer?
No, it's half PPR, but I don't see that.
Well, okay. Okay, you said 10 teamer. I see it in the chat. Okay. It's a good team, but say for a 10 teamer, it's an 8, Carl. Can't give it a 10. I'm sorry.
No. Good though. It's very solid. I mean, you got good receivers. AJB, you got a legit number 1. London, practically a number 1. If he plays again, legit number 2, who can serve as your 3rd. Kyron, Connor, Mostert. Yeah, your running back depth is a little bit iffy here, but if Kyron and Connor stay in one piece, then you're good. So I think 8's fair. Hey, maybe Pacheco comes back. How about that?
That will help. All right, we have to set his lineup though, right?
No, I think he just asked for a rating. Did he?
Okay.
Oh no, he did say make my lineup for the week. You're right. All right, 3 receivers this week. Well, I guess quarterback.
All right, QB. Well, QB will be Love if he plays. Otherwise, Murray. 2 running backs will be Kyron and Connor. 3 receivers will be AJ Brown, London, T if he plays. Otherwise, Marvin Harrison. Tight end will be Kraft. 2 flexes. Man. Well, if T plays, you can flex Marvin Harrison and DJ Moore. But if T doesn't play, I guess you're flexing DJ Moore and Addison?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, and then Kraft or Goddard if Goddard plays.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go Kraft.
Yeah, why not? All right, I think pretty much does it. Checks are slowing down. We're caught up, so we're going to.
Dogs are barking.
Dogs are telling me it's time to go. Like, okay, I get it. King J, we did your super chat. We did that a while ago.
Yeah, where is it?
All right, we'll put it back up. Maybe you didn't hear. I know we did it.
Yeah, so we said not stupid. It depends on who your backup QB is. Like if you have a stud QB, like if you drafted Hurts and Daniels or Allen Daniels, Lamar Daniels, whatever, then sure, go get Pacheco. But if your backup QB is, like CJ Stroud, somebody like that, I'll just keep Daniels.
Right. That's I'm okay just in general trading Daniels if you're good at quarterback. I don't think it's a problem, but I don't know. It really depends, right? It depends on your league and all that. I feel like you should be able to get somebody who isn't injured or a little bit better for Daniels, but based on how he's played, but it's not a bad deal. It's fine. All right. See, they're telling me it's time to go. All right, guys. We are going to go, and don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night before the games. Help you set the lineups before Thursday. We already got the start sit out for every position. Got more videos still coming every single day. Click the like button. Subscribe if for some reason you're waiting. Don't know what for. And look, we're trying to help you out. Help us out. And hit notifications so you know when we go live. All right, guys. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow.